Hi guys, James here. Welcome to Tibaldi Goes Works. We've got a look in the box for you here today. We've got Heller's Jaguar XJS in 1/43 scale. It's got 50 pieces, 113 by 41 millimeters. Nice box art there, and that is art because it's signed there. Kit number is 80183, and on the back of the box we've got a little bit of information about the car in different languages. Produced from 1975. I thought it was later than that. Kit was manufactured in 78, so this is an old kit. Obviously colour scheme. I suspect that's the V12. I may be wrong, but oops. No, we've got sticky things at the end, not Yusuf. There we go. And in the box we've got bags. No, we've got a bag with the clear parts. And of course we've got a lovely white sprues. So I shall pop them out of the back box, and we shall have a look at the instructions. So we have a rather large sheet of instructions, which basically show this one's building up the interior, and basically building the V12 engine, fitting the wheels on. Obviously the colours underneath are the same colours as Heller's numbering system is the same as Humbrol's, so work that one out. So interior is, again, you can choose your colour you do it, because it depends on the exterior. You decide what colour you decide to paint it, because obviously I might well paint this one as the Saint's car, the white one, the Return of the Saint. So this bit has headlights being fitted, windscreen, side windows, obviously tail lights, boot lid, and you drop that bit on there, so job done. And on the back side we have this one in green. Sadly I think it's a left hooker. Yeah, it's a left hooker, sadly. Anyhow, did like the now that needs a little bit seam work on the bonnets, but again, this was a 1978 kit. This ain't bloody bad. A little bit of flash, minimal flash, nice, feels a nice plastic. It will need a little bit of work cleaning up the ejector pin, raised ejector pins there under the roof. Again, they've got the shape of the XJS right. Yes, sadly they would all the ones that came along when I was interested, they're all rot boxes, so c'est la vie. Interesting fact though, the V12s obviously over the years were developed they developed the V12, and obviously the last ones, which were in the convertible version, were quite interesting. The V12 that tended to have, obviously you have your crank sensors and whatever else, and your camshaft sensors and that. And bizarrely, I think it's the V12 that he had. A friend of mine, Tim had the V12 convertible, and he had terrible trouble getting it started. It turned out to be the camshaft sensor, and the camshaft sensor was made by Ferrari. One was made by Ferrari, and the crank sensor was made turned out to be sourced by Lamborghini. He had to replace both of them in the end, and he's got a running. So beautiful motor. But then again, the V12 was a bit of a dinosaur towards the end, because the 4-litre 6-cylinder engine was outperform it. Again, the wheels, they've got the old wheel hubs looking correct, hubcaps. There's the mirror. One mirror only, please. Let's have a look at this one. This is sprue number 2. Unfortunately, the left-hand drive thing, exhausts, boot lid, front grille and bumper. Again, this one has one for the US market. This is one of these very ungainly rubber bumper things, but they don't look too bad. Wheels look nice. Lovely detail. Underside of the car. The interior. Side doors. Even got the speakers in the internal speakers there. The classic steering wheel. V12 engine. Obviously you won't see it, but it's there. A little bit of sink under the seats where the seats go, but it does look nice. That's sprue 1. And let's open the clear sprue. Glazing ain't too bad either. I do like the rear because they've captured the heating elements correctly. But I do know the rear screen is an absolute pig to fit on, because it's a stringing, but it's obviously because it's a very tight little place to get it into. It's an absolute pig. Tail lights look nice. Again, part of the bumper. That's the number plate binnacle above the binnacle, where the watch it latches for it. So again, nice glazing. Bit of detail showing the interior mirror there. Very nice it is too. And let's have a look at the decals. Again, we've got a registration number, private plate there. Jaguar logo. And XJS, you can use XJS instead. So yeah. Look very similar to the way Eddard make their decals up. Be interesting to see what they go down like. Again, you need to make sure you need to cut those bits off. So that is a quick look in the box of Heller's 1/43 scale Jaguar XJS. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye for now.